Have you ever wondered what style of sewer line do you actually want to have in your home? Well, today I want to talk to you about it, and what predicated this whole conversation that I want to discuss is I had a viewer that reached out and was confused as to why I prefer PVC sewer lines. Now, let's get into a little bit of the background of this. A few days ago, I posted a video discussing how I went to a property and they had, at some point in the past, not sure exactly when, they had installed a portion of PVC pipe, Schedule 40, into a cast iron cleanout, which was also connected to a cast iron pipe that went into the slab. Now, cast iron was very common in our area up till about the mid-80s. PVC is basically the primary type of pipe that you're going to see in almost every sewer line in the state of Maryland. So when we see cast iron pipe versus PVC pipe, we know that we're working with different age materials. Now, this particular viewer commented that PVC, as it ages, it gets brittle, it gets nasty, and it is not as strong as cast iron. Now, I disagree with that, but let's go ahead and discuss a little bit of why. And the first thing we have to understand is every pipe has problems. So PVC has its own set of problems. Cast iron has its own set of problems. Every pipe is going to have issues. Every pipe is going to have a different set of issues. So it's important to know what type of pipe you're working with to figure out what that issue is going to be. Cast iron pipe, as it ages, it's going to start to rust. It's metal. It'll have this texture on it. We call it pitting. Sometimes it'll actually start to kind of collapse in on itself to where water is unable to flow. Cast iron is generally joined by using lead and oakum, basically a rope-like material in literally melted lead to join the two pipes together. PVC pipe, as long as you deburr it, should not have any susceptible deterioration to the plastic itself to where there's friction. But if you don't glue it well enough, if you crush it, if you put the wrong type of material underneath of it, like a rock, you could crack the pipe and have some problems that way. Older style of pipes, terracotta, Orangeburg, those style of pipes also had problems, primarily terracotta with the joints, and Orangeburg literally falling apart. If you have Orangeburg pipe, it's trash, get rid of it, you're going to have a lot of problems. Sometimes you'll see ABS pipe. Now, ABS was not a super common pipe material in the state of Maryland. Your area might be different, and that might be the preferred type of piping. Now, over here, our state code requires 4-inch Schedule 40 pipe for your main sewer line underground. Inside of the home, you can have a 3-inch pipe for a toilet, but when it's going into the ground, it better be 4. For this particular house, we had our PVC pipe coming down. If you look at the image that we see on screen, you're going to see a rubber gasket right between the PVC and the cast iron. Then you're going to see an additional one between the cast iron cleanout and the cast iron pipe. Now we know somebody has touched this pipe at some point because it would have been lead and oakum. That style of connection is generally going to be used post the mid-80s. With this being said, my argument in the video was if you're going to go through the effort of installing PVC pipe, you may as well get rid of that nasty old cast iron cleanout and install a PVC cleanout. They were saying that the brass cleanout or the brass cap on the cast iron cleanout is more than sufficient. And I disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with this is a cast iron pipe, as it ages, is going to rot. Well, we already discussed that. Same thing that happens inside the pipe also will happen to the cleanout itself. So you put a metal brass cap on that cast iron cleanout, it's going to seize in place. So a lot of times in order to get that lid off of the cleanout, you have to actually break the lid. Sometimes in that process, the threads can get damaged, or the threads will go with the cleanout lid. So now you have a lid that's removed, but a cleanout that can no longer accept a new lid, meaning you have to replace the whole cleanout. With PVC, you could still have a problem with the threading. You could still have a problem with the lid, but the cost is so much less with PVC that it really doesn't matter. I advocate for a PVC lid because a standard 4-inch cap on a PVC cleanout is about $6. A standard 4-inch brass cap for a cast iron cleanout is about $35. As you're working on somebody's house, obviously you can't eat that cost, so you have to pass that charge along to the homeowner. In my opinion, it is cheaper for the homeowner to have a cheaper material, knowing that at some point you're going to have to replace it. You're going to replace a PVC cleanout. You're going to replace a brass cap cast iron cleanout, regardless of how old it is or who is doing the work. It's just how it works. Sometimes you might get a cleanout where the lid actually opens, but I would say probably 7 out of 10 times it won't. You're usually having to cut that lid off. Now, when you install that PVC cleanout, the purpose of it is if you get a clog in your sewer line, you're able to get to it. So hopefully you never have to open it, but in your home, go ahead and take a look around in the utility room. I'm pretty confident that you're going to have a cleanout somewhere in the basement. It's usually going to be by the washing machine, the water heater, the furnace, and if you're unlucky, somebody might have put a wall around it. That's happened at my house, really annoying, but sometimes people will put drywall in places they should not be putting drywall. When you have these cleanouts, they serve a purpose. The purpose of them is to dislodge clogs. So if you have somebody flush, let's just say a flushable wipe, and it goes down the sewer line and gets stuck, the main method of getting it unstuck is to have the plumber come in, open that cleanout, run the snake through there. Couple $100 if it's easy access. Now, if you can't open that cleanout, there's 2 steps. Either A, that particular person is going to remove the lid or make the cleanout accessible if they're a plumber. In our area, you can be a licensed drain cleaner. They're not allowed to touch that pipe. So the next step would be to pull a toilet or go through the vent on the roof. If you're going on a roof, the cost is going to be more because it's more dangerous and it takes a lot more time and effort because now you have to lug all that equipment on the roof. If you're pulling a toilet, now there's more liability because now you got to worry about the flange, the wax ring, the shutoff valve, the supply line. There's a lot of extra stuff that can go wrong in replacing that toilet or pulling the toilet off in the first place. Having that clean out makes a fairly common repair much easier and much faster. With all of that being said, my argument is, as a homeowner, it's a really good idea to make sure that you have good, adequate access to your sewer line, just in case you ever need to actually open the thing up to maintain your system. Everybody gets a clog at some point in the ownership of their house. It sucks when it happens, but by not having the correct access points, you're kind of hurting yourself to where you as the homeowner may not be able to dislodge the clog. I know a lot of people will go to the rent-a-center, get the auger themselves, and then auger out the line. It's very easy to do, and well, it can be messy, so, got to be careful with that, and you got to make sure you're wearing the right kind of gloves, but the rent-a-center will usually give you the safety tutorials on what to do. But if you don't have the right kind of lid or the easily accessible lid, you may not know how to go about removing it or replacing it when it does come time to open it up. So I advocate for PVC for the homeowner, to help the homeowner and to make their life a little bit easier. Hopefully you found this useful. If you did, leave a comment below. Let me know, what kind of sewer line access do you have in your home? And as always, I look forward to talking to you guys later.